Buttercream frosting is a favorite amongst sweet tooth enthusiasts. It is one of the most popular frostings. It is often easy to make, and it is versatile, as it can be made in many different flavors and used on different desserts. How to store buttercream frosting? It is important to store leftover buttercream in an airtight container or in a Ziploc bag in either the fridge or freezer. This will allow it to stay fresh and keep other flavors from getting in. It is best to avoid storing leftover buttercream in a piping bag. How long can you store buttercream frosting? Homemade American buttercream frosting can be safely stored on decorated baked goods for 2 to 3 days at room temperature when covered. When you use the buttercream frosting that has been stored in the fridge, you want to allow it to return to room temperature before using it. You can set it on the counter for 30 minutes to an hour to let it reach room temperature. Cold buttercream will not have the same creamy texture it has at room temperature, so that is why it is important to soften it. You will want to re-whip your buttercream before using it, as it will likely have separated while being stored. If you stored your buttercream in the freezer, you can transfer it to the fridge to allow it to soften for 1 day. This will allow it to safely thaw out. Softening buttercream in a hurry. If you are in a hurry and need to soften your buttercream frosting quickly, there are a few different methods you can do. The most popular is placing the frosting in a microwave-safe bowl and heating at 10-second intervals until the frosting is smooth, stirring every time. This allows the frosting to quickly reach the right consistency. If you have a large amount of buttercream you need to soften, you can microwave a small amount and mix it into the rest of the buttercream until it is all softened. You can also lower the container of frosting into a warm bowl of water for a few minutes until it has softened. How far in advance can I make a cake with buttercream icing? One of the great things about making buttercream frosting is that it stores well, so you are able to make decorated cakes in advance. Buttercream is a great option for decorating your cake with, as it holds up well and can help your cake stay moist. Storing buttercream frosted cakes in the fridge. You can store a decorated cake with buttercream in the fridge for up to a week. Make sure that the cake is stored in an airtight container to help keep it fresh. Once you are ready to serve the cake, let it sit out for 30 minutes to an hour to reach room temperature before eating. Storing buttercream frosted cakes in the freezer. It is important to make sure your cake is properly stored if you are planning to store it in the freezer. First, you will want to freeze the cake uncovered. Freezing your cake unwrapped will prevent the plastic wrap from sticking to the frosting. This will likely take a few hours. Once you are ready to serve your cake, you will want to allow 24 to 48 hours for your cake to defrost in the fridge. After that, you want to sit your cake out for an hour or two to allow it to fully reach room temperature before serving. This will allow it to fully soften, and the frosting to return to being smooth and creamy. Freezing a cake with buttercream frosting actually allows the cake to stay moist. Cakes that are filled with custard and fruit filling may not keep their texture while being frozen. The versatility of buttercream frosting. Its sweet, smooth taste is loved by many dessert fans. It is a great go-to frosting and often requires no prior baking experience to make. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.